Does smoking marijuana block you spiritually? So the answer is hey gems, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Sapphire Love, and today's video is a new type of video from me. So welcome to our first episode of our girly chat. So in my last video, I asked you guys to send me some questions, so hopefully I should get through all of them. If not, then there'll be a next episode, okay? Before I dive into the video, I just want to say I'm loving this look I'm wearing today. So I'm filming this on a Friday and it's Venus Day. I'm really in my Venus energy. Did you notice the new hair? I told you guys I was going to get my hair done, wearing my sexy lingerie because it is important. Like I say, I like to focus on threes, okay? The physical, mental, and spiritual level up, mind, body, and soul. So that's what we do here. So I want you ladies to transform, because when you look good, you feel good. Also, before we get into the video as well, I just want to announce that the Patreon is now up, and on the Patreon I'm going to be posting, more exclusive content. I'm going to be posting beauty tips, spiritual tips, tricks, techniques. I actually already have a post and it's a mindset shift exercise. So that's the first post that we have already. And then I also have like a text about being self-obsessed. There's 3 tiers. Some coaches, they just focus on the spiritual, but I focus on a combination of all 3. If you join the first tier on my Patreon, then you're going to be able to get into my Discord for free, because there is a £5 charge to get into the Discord, which is like I think it should be like $8 or something like that. DM me gem and then you'll be able to join the Discord. My oils are coming, guys. I literally have my oil on. Like, can you see the difference? I'm wearing my Enhance Your Beauty and Attraction oil, and I'm so excited to show you guys the bottle. I don't want to show you yet, okay, because the bottle I have now is actually a tester. I'm testing something out. The release date, I'm thinking the 9th of December, the 9th or 12th of December. I just want to make sure everything is perfect, but I've been using it and I don't know, guys. From my last video to now, I'm glowing. And the attraction that I've been getting, I've been walking out my house and everyone keeps talking to me, and I'm an introvert, okay? So sometimes I'm like, okay, leave me alone, don't talk to me. I'm also getting so much inquiries for my coaching business ever since I started using this oil again. And what I love about my oil is I actually use like metal. I use a certain type of metal that is great for attraction. Like, it's a whole metaphysical science that goes behind alchemy, that goes behind the oils. It's not just me putting things together and then that's it. No. And I also put it on a certain frequency as well. And then lastly, prettyandcharm.com. So that's where you're going to get the oil on my mentorship and my classes and coaching. You can still message me about mentorship. Just DM me. Once you message me about your interest in coaching and mentorship, I ask everyone 3 questions. 3 questions, because I cannot take everyone and I need to know you're serious, because the type of coaching I do is very, very intensive. Okay, so I need to know that you're ready to transform and you want to be better. You want to be your most confident self. And you're not gonna be upset when I tell you what you need to do to reach that. Also, don't forget to follow me on my socials, my Instagram and my TikTok. All my links are gonna be down below. Don't forget to get my book, How to Be a Bitch, 50 Laws for Mastering Power for Women. You can get a 15% off now, Sapphire 15 for 15% off on the ebook. If you rather the paperback, that's also available on my Amazon down below. So yeah, I think I got everything out. Happy Thanksgiving to all my American followers. Most of my subscribers are from America, so happy holidays. I hope you guys are enjoying your time. Enjoy your time with family. Don't let anyone take you off your pedestal. Don't let anyone take you off your frequency. Remain in a good vibe and just ignore them, because you don't care. We don't care. Also, guys, do you like my lip? I tried to move it closer, but I need to get like an extension because it's too short. But now that we got that out of the way, let's get into the question. The first question is healing from a traumatic and toxic breakup. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do when you're healing from a traumatic breakup is 3 things. 1, burn the old you. I want you to burn who you were. Okay, it's kind of 3 things. Self-concept, okay? So burn the old you, because for you to even enter in that relationship, enter into a really traumatic relationship. Not to say things don't happen, yada, 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 but you were blind somewhere. So you thought that person was good for you when they weren't. You missed the red flags. So you need to burn the old version of you, create a new self-concept, because I don't care what anyone says. All of us have experienced this. We look back and then we realize, oh, you know what? The red flags were right in front of my face. So yes, what that person did to you was bad, but you can't control that. But what we can control is yourself. So you need to write down the traits, write down your old you, and she's burned. Okay, she's gone. You need to work on your self-concept. Okay, after that, you need to reclaim your spark. By reclaiming your spark, I want you to start doing the things that you used to do before you got with them. Okay, so think of who you were before them, like the good traits. And I want you to reclaim that again. I want you to also, when you're reclaiming your spark, this is the time where you're going to pour into yourself. This is the time where you're going to, I want you to take yourself out. I want you to do your makeup. I want you to have a great spiritual routine. I want you to start meditating. I want you to start loving yourself. When you guys break up, I want you to now be your boyfriend. So after you burning yourself is just a symbology for burning your old you, naive you that didn't see the signs. Okay, and then working on your self-concept, because you need to work on your self-concept, or else it's going to keep going again and again and again. I don't care how much you heal. It's not going to change if you don't have any standards. It's not going to change if you don't have boundaries. If you don't have a standards list and a boundaries list. If you were a man, would you date you? Would you date yourself? And be honest. Be honest. So I also want you, when you're reclaiming your spark, to build up a routine for you to have power. I want you to do things that you're good at. Remember, you're powerful. You need to remember who the F you are in the second thing. I want you to get, if it means going to the gym, if it means doing yoga, if it means doing Pilates, I just want you to be your best self, because you need to know that you are the one with the power and not them. And then stop living in the past. We are in the present. What can we do now? Also, you need to forgive. I said this in my last live. You need to forgive. Forgiveness is for you. Just because you forgive them doesn't mean they have to be around you. Forgiveness is for you to move. That was a bad experience you went through, because in this world, in this universe, we work through experiences. Okay, your soul had to go through that to propel you to your next mission. And when you don't forgive, your soul is holding on to the past. So deep inside your subconscious, there's something in you that is holding on to what they did. There's something in you that is holding on to that trauma, because forgiveness is allowing you to finally move on. But I'm telling you now, if you do not forgive, you cannot move on. Your soul cannot progress. Your soul is stuck in the past, because that's all it is. You can't forgive them because you're still stuck in the past. You need to heal and forgive them to move on. Okay? And then number 3, soar. I want you to go out there. I want you to now put what you've learned into practice. I want you to now aim for better. And I don't mean aim for better in just with a partner you're choosing. I want you to aim better in life. I want you to apply your self-concept. I want you to apply the standard that you have, not just with a relationship, but with friends. Because let's be real, if you didn't see some signs in a relationship, you probably won't see some signs in your friends, in your work life, in family, whatever it is. Soar is you just stepping boldly into the world of your new ignited fire. Because see, when we're in relationships and it's bad, sometimes we forget who the F we are. It did take me a while after my breakup for me to remember who the F I am, because sometimes it can really deplete you. But you have to remember that they're not you. You cannot control that person. Even if that person did something bad to you, like, that's their own karma. And unfortunately, yes, your soul decided to go through that. I don't know, whatever reason it could be. It could be your soul needed to go through that to have a stronger self-concept. Your soul needed to go through that to be more confident. Your soul needed to go through that to have more boundaries. That is why we come here, is to learn. So you need to recognize, okay, what it is, why you needed to go through that situation. Are you a people pleaser? Do you not see the red flags? Do you give people chances? Is this a common theme in your life? Ask yourself the questions, do the self-concept work, burn old you, reignite your spark, build a routine, okay, learn about yourself, love yourself, be your own partner, take yourself out on dates, and then lastly, put it into action, go into the world as your brand new, ignited, fueled self. Okay, next question. Also, I hope the lighting is good, guys. I actually had the lighting a bit darker in the introduction. I was like, let me set the mood. Let me make it darker, you know, girly chat, cozy. I'm about to watch a movie after this. I put my oils on, you know, patchouli for abundance and success. And I put rose oil for love and beauty. And I put a little something too, you know. Make sure to double tap this video if you're still watching, okay? On to the second question from you guys. Someone asked how to maintain or make friends when you don't have kids. Girl, that's the easiest way. Like when you don't have kids. First of all, I just want to clarify something. I don't have kids. I got a question and someone said, wow, your stomach is so flat and you don't have any kids. You don't have any stretch marks. I don't have kids. I don't have kids. Okay, we got that out of the way. Ask yourself, the reason you want to make friends. Do you want to make friends because you're avoiding? Do you want to make friends because you're escaping? Why do you want to make friends? Never make friends out of desperation, guys. Never do that. Even if you're manifesting friends, take the word I need. One of you girls were saying you needed a job, trying to manifest that. Never ever manifest what I need. If you follow the law of assumption, basically when you're saying I need, you're saying that's not in your reality. When you manifest something that you need, that means you're manifesting that you're always going to need it, you see. So, I want you to visualize. This is what you're going to do. Do a visualization exercise. I want you to visualize people treating you well. I want you to visualize people coming to your life, wanting to be friends. I want it to be good friends. And also, I want you, because I just want you to live your day to day, but also just have a knowing that you're loved. Have a knowing that people want you. So this is part of your self-concept, okay? And be happy. Work on yourself. Like, try to, if it's something that it's really bothering you and you're thinking, oh my God, I have no friends, think of something to substitute that. So try and join a club. Like, and that's amazing because, you know, over here, we are girls that, you know, we're creative. You need to join a club, and joining a club is going to give you something to do, because over here, we're not just girls doing nothing. I want you to find out what your purpose is. So when you find out what your purpose is, you're going to be aligned with friends. Making friends is easy. Anyone can make friends, but how long is the friendship going to last for? Are they aligned with you? So they have to be on a certain frequency anyways. Get yourself on that frequency of friends. Whether it's online, if you want to post and talk about a certain topic, you can make friends by talking about that certain topic and aligns you onto that frequency. So you need to get yourself out there. Are you just at home? Are you not doing anything? You really need to push yourself. Like, friends aren't just going to fall out from the sky. So do that. Push yourself, love on yourself, and put yourself in things that you want to do. That way you're going to attract people that you have similarities with. And in 3 months' time, you're not going to figure out that, like, oh, you guys have nothing in common. But also you have to remember it's divine timing. If you're watching this right now and you have no friends, it's because that's what the universe, God, wants you right now. Sometimes you need isolation to propel you for you to realize what it is you want to do. Sometimes we need isolation for clarity. So if you have no friends right now, open your journal and create something. Gotta fix my lipstick. I actually used this with an eyeshadow palette as well, the Revolution red eyeshadow, because it helps the red stay on longer. And you know, when I be talking, my lips be like coming off. And also with the lip gloss on camera isn't always the best because it can be distracting. So yeah, just had to top that up. The next question is how to step away from friends that you no longer align with. That is easy. Just cut them off. Like, girls, you need to cut off these people. Like, at this point, I'm tired of the sugarcoating. Some of my clients, they be asking me like, how do I do it? How? You just do it. Like that, you have to understand, this is to get into the spiritual side of things. Your soul is struggling to cut people off because, you know, that's what you came here to learn. So that's why you feel so much resistance from it. I view things that I get resistance from as like, I think, oh, okay, my soul wants me to learn right now. That's how I feel whenever I have a resistance, whenever I have fear. So you have fear in standing up for yourself. You have fear in having boundaries. And you have to remember that's what you came here for. So just always have that in mind. And it's a level of not respecting yourself when you don't cut people off that are not for you. So it is you're basically you're going to be facing this cycle until you learn that self-respect, because you don't want that. I know you don't want that. No one wants to be dealing with a girl that, or a boy, or relationship, family member, whatever it is that you are not aligned with. How you know you're not aligned with someone? You know, you start distancing from them. You're not talking about the same thing. Ever see that meme and like the person is just like daydreaming and then their friends are talking and you're just like, this friend group is not for me. Like, that's how you know. And basically, you are causing yourself to suffer when you realize this and you choose to stay. So there's different ways you can do it. You can drift. You can slowly drift, but I feel like that kind of comes with some issues. Sometimes they message you and they're like, oh, why are you distancing yourself from me? And I feel like, I just feel like when you cut someone off, it's action. Silence is an action. Cutting someone off is an action. An action is the loudest form of communication. Okay, so sometimes just cut them off and move about your day. Like, stop being responsible for other people's emotions. Ladies, a lot of us are responsible for other people's emotions, and we need to stop this, especially the people that watch me, gems. We are refining ourselves. In 2025, we're not doing this anymore. We're not keeping toxic people around that we're not aligned with. Why? Because it's going to keep us in that frequency. So if you want to progress, if you want to be on a certain frequency that you're not in anymore, it's because you're holding yourself back. Maybe the reason certain people aren't manifesting what they want, manifesting a job, is because of the friends that they have. Ever think about that? So you really have to be tough. You really have to parent yourself, and you really have to make that move. Something I like to do is, I'm really giving you guys some free game. What I have to do is create a character. I have plenty of alter egos. Create a character that's a bitch. If you need further help, my book, How to Be a Bitch, will certainly help you. That's why the first law is how to be a selfish villain, because you need to be selfish. In 2025, not even just 2025, all year round, this is what I coach: to be selfish, to put yourself first, to love yourself. And it's not about being arrogant, it's about being secure. You know you're going to be good whether you cut that person off or whether you don't. You're good without, and you're good with it. Okay, next question: how to increase your discernment. So I love this question because it kind of piggybacks from the last question. When you mix discernment with being a people pleaser, it's the most horriblest mix you can get, because you question yourself and you have like the spirit of confusion, because you're like, I feel like this is not for me, or I'm getting this message but I don't know what to believe, because you want to give people grace, you want to have a big heart. But once I got a reading, okay, because I always knew deep inside, like since I was a little girl, I was like, I feel like I know, I just know, but I don't know. And people would always say, oh, you're just saying that, you're crazy, whatever. Okay, once I got my reading, it was confirmation. I get different type of readings, astrology readings, actually just usually astrology readings, but I wanted to go to a prophet. Oh, I've had a birth chart, a birthday decode reading as well. Yeah, I like readings because know thyself. Law 8, know thyself. Numerology, astrology, they're perfect ways to get to know yourself. And I will be posting more numerology content, astrology content, and yada yada, because you can use that to transform. In the reading, the prophet told me that I have not been obedient with my gift, and that's why I keep coming across the same cycles, because I'm not obedient. And it's true, because every single time someone did me wrong, every single time, whether it was a job, whatever, I would always know when it's about to happen. I would get a download and then I feel like I wouldn't know what it was, so then I'll just be in my mind and then I end up manifesting things. So a lot of people with discernment, be careful. Positive thinking is important because you don't want to think negativity into your reality. So be obedient. Be obedient with your gift. So if you feel like someone is moving funny, cut them off. That's the number one way you're going to strengthen your discernment, is by being obedient. See that toxic man that's not for you, that you know is not for you, cut him off. That toxic friend, cut them off. That toxic person that you around but you know they're not good for you, and your spirit is telling you to back off, but you keep doing it, you're being disobedient to your gift. So your gift is never going to work properly. So you need to be obedient. Guys, once I started being obedient to my gift, I felt like so powerful. It was like a superpower. I was like, wow, so I have this gift, but because I was never being obedient to my gift, it was never in use. That's what it is. You have to be like that when you have discernment. And it's a funny thing, because I notice people that have discernment are usually empaths. So I feel like it's a way for them to learn to stop being to stop, have boundaries with your love. Empaths, you're here to be a bitch. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, Empath, you're here to be a bitch. You're here to have boundaries. You're here to do the thing you don't want to do. That's the first step, especially when you want to work with me. Like, you have to be selfish. Like that. And I know it's hard, but you have to realize, like, that is what you came here to do. Okay? Tarot card. Tarot card is a really good way. That's just for my incense, but tarot card is a really good way to strengthen your discernment. How I use tarot card is I will have a download. I will already know what the answer is. I will pull up this bad boy and I'll get my answer. The card never lie. Also, guys, I'm also doing readings. It will be available on my Calendly. Everything will be down below. Everything will be down below. I'm doing readings. If you're new and you don't understand the symbols behind the tarot cards, because even with me, like, it took me some time. And the thing with tarot is you are constantly learning. You're constantly always seeing things. Like, so tarot helps with your psychic abilities with discernment. It really helps you see what others don't see, you know, and it helps you also see what you maybe don't see. And yeah, if you had a bad feeling about something, I like to pull it up and then I get my answer. I don't care, like, it works for me. So all my empaths, all my psychics, all my people with discernment, get yourself some tarot cards. If you don't understand the symbols, like I said, get an oracle card. Oracles, I actually need to get an oracle card. Oracles, they're like a symbol and they'll say something like truth. And then you'll then use your mind to think about what it is. It could be like, you need to speak your truth. You need to speak your truth. So when I do readings, yeah, that's how I would pull it out. Instead of the symbols, it's like, it's another symbol, but just easier. Another way I would strengthen my discernment is meditation. You guys already know how to come to meditation, so you have to meditate, because when you meditate, you have to renew your body. You need to clear your body to get downloads and get fresh downloads, so you know it's yours, not, let's say if you work or you're with your family, if it's not from outside sources. So have a great spiritual routine, do your baths, do your rituals, do whatever it is you need to do. Another way to strengthen your discernment is look at a candle. So let's say this flame it up and just stare at the flame. Just look at the flame, that's it. You can also look at a dot on the wall. You can do that too. So there's loads of different ways that you can strengthen your discernment. And then I also got like chat topics, basically makeup tutorial, nails, hair, how to install. Girls, if that is something you want, I heard you loud and clear. It is coming, don't you worry. I'm just trying to get myself together, post some new things, get my business going, and then the makeup tutorials, they're gonna come. Like, I'm flattered that you guys really like my makeup, because, you know, I'm a teacher, but I don't teach makeup or hair, so I really like that. Okay, I got a question as well. I don't think it's really a question. She goes, you are literally awesome. I can't thank you enough for what insights I have learned from your content. XOXOXOXOXO. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate the love. You guys are so sweet. And I do this because I'm passionate about it, as you can see. I transformed using my method of the 3, because 3 is my favorite number. 3 is the planet of Jupiter, and I'm just associated with the number 3 a lot. And I see you, Gems. I see you in the comments. I see you with the likes. Thank you. And we're just growing more and more and more each day, which is totally so awesome. Like, what? That's so cool. Thank you. Okay. Someone asked, you have talked about drinking. Could you talk about marijuana and whether it blocks you spiritually? I started smoking to stop my nightmares and anxiety, but now it seems my life is falling apart. On the other hand, it makes me more calm and less uptight. I've heard different views and I'll be curious to see what you have to say. That is a really good question, Doxy girl. Sorry, I have to sit down like this because my feet are hurting. Let's see if I can bend it down a little bit. Okay, that should do. So, this is an interesting topic across the spiritual community, the level up community and stuff like that. What I would say is, let's start with physically. Okay, physically, we all know smoking can age you. And I'm someone where I don't smoke now. I've quit, but I did in the past. And I quit for my own personal reasons. I also quit because I'm doing content, so I want to have the freshest downloads. I want to have the freshest downloads, and also, like, I really on my glow up journey, level up journey. Not the physical part of it, and then you have the mental part. So it like, how is it affecting you mentally? How is it affecting you spiritually? So you have to ask yourself those on the 3. You know, I like to focus on the 3 girls or boys that watch me. So does smoking marijuana block you spiritually? So the answer is no. but it's not quite, okay? So it only blocks you spiritually depending on your intention, depending on your energy. So what is your intention? What is your energy? So basically people smoke for, I would say, one, introspection. So smoking can be good for introspection, for going within. um that's why you see a lot of artists, a lot of creative people, they go within when they smoke. It helps them go within. And some people, they need it depending on like what mental disorders they have. Some people, they need it medically. So yeah, it's great for going within. And then two, to be calm. Like some people, they need it for relaxation. And especially when it comes to manifestation, when it comes to getting downloads, it can be hard to get that when you're not at a relaxed state. So, and also self-care is important. Remember, as above, as below. If you're not relaxed inside, it's going to show on the outside. Some people use it for spiritual guidance. Like some shamans, they will use like plant medicine. Like they will use that to connect to source. Certain people will use it to connect to source. But I just feel like I don't need to rely on that, and I can connect with myself because I am source. And because source lives through us. If you are relying on it, then it's going to be bad. How do you feel after? Remember, it's all about frequency. So if you feel guilty, if you feel bad, if you feel low after you smoke, okay, then it's not for you. Then you're actually making it bad for yourself. Certain people, they can smoke and they're successful. Certain people, they smoke and they're doing well because it doesn't affect them. It doesn't lower their frequency. It may even guide them. So what's your intention and how do you feel? And be honest with yourself. How do you feel after you smoke? So it's not smoking that's bad. It's your energy. It's the frequency that you're on. What frequency are you on after you smoke? Do you wake up feeling joyful? Are you feeling loved? Or do you feel shame? Do you feel guilty? The thing with drinking is, with drinking, 99% of the time after you drink, your frequency goes low. Like it just does that automatically. When you drink, it will bring your frequency down. But then who knows? There may be certain people, they drink and it doesn't bring their frequency down. There may be certain people, they drink and it helps for them. Each to their own. But I know for sure with alcohol, even the root name of alcohol is algol, meaning a soul eating spirit. It's eating your life force and you're allowing energy to come through. The thing with marijuana is, if you rely on it, if you overuse it, energies can come through because you're lowering your life force energy. Those people that look dull, they rely on it, they're lowering their life force energy. Ever see those people and maybe they were going so well in life and they started smoking, they started relying on it, and it's like they're a completely different person. It's like their soul is gone. And you don't want to be that type of person because we're powerful enough. The aim is with this spirituality thing is you don't want to put anything as your God. You don't want to put anything above you. You also said now it seems like your life is falling apart. If it seems like your life is falling apart from smoking, then you need to stop. And you need to tackle what it is that's giving you those nightmares. And guys, sometimes they're messages. So you don't want to rely on a substance because it may be stopping you from your spiritual growth. So you need to find out what it is that's giving you those nightmares, and what's going to help you is stopping smoking, because I know with smoking can stop your dreams. That's another reason as well. Like I don't want to smoke. You need to do shadow work. So what I would recommend for you to do is shadow work, self-concept, stop smoking, and then get to the root of the problem, because we can't keep escaping. We're not escaping anymore. If it was a thing where you weren't relying on it, then okay, yeah, maybe, but you're relying on it. So no, yes, it is going to block you spiritually because you're using it to block something. Blocking something that's going to help you spiritually. Guys, embrace the dark side. Let's stop running away from ugly things. Even if you're having nightmares or anxiety, it's all part of the process. You need to learn it because it's you. It's all part of you. Your nightmares is telling you something that your subconscious mind is trying to tell you. And you mentioned that it relaxes you. Like, yeah, that's one of the good effects of, smoking, especially when you're an empath. Because I saw this video on TikTok. If I can find the video, I'll show you. And she talks about how she's an empath and sometimes she has to have a drink or two because, it's just so much. When you're someone and you get a lot of messages, you get a lot of energies, sometimes you may need a little drink or two, okay? As long as we're not relying on it. Sometimes you may need a little smoke or two, as long as you're not relying on it and as long as you're not affecting your energies and your frequency. Do you know what I mean? Let's release the shame. So a lot of the shame about it is you being like, I shouldn't do this. But we're all different. Sometimes some people do, I wouldn't say need, but it would definitely help them. And it's healthy alternative from certain things. So each to their own with that question. That's a very good question, but honestly, it depends on you. It depends on where it's taking you. It depends on how it's affecting you, and it depends on how you're feeling. But it's not a bad thing when it comes to spirituality. And don't rely on it too. Don't rely on it. Don't let it make you lazy. Make sure that you're using it. You're still actioning. Make sure you're still actioning. If you need to do it, an action spell, put on a red candle, light that candle, wear some red, and set your intentions. And if you feel like your life is falling apart, then why don't you try book a call with me? Guys, if you didn't know, I'm a life coach. So you can book a call with me, and then we can come up with a customized plan to help you figure out how to put your life back together, because you got this, okay? Don't accept your life is falling apart. You observe. What we do is observe, we don't absorb, okay? Observe what's going on, and then we'll do the right things and right actions to help you feel like your life is less falling apart. And then soon enough, you're gonna be like, whoa, I'm living my dream life. I also got a question about RH negative, and girl, you're definitely gonna have to book a call for that. When it comes to blood types, things like that, you're gonna have to book a call, because that's a whole different type of ball game. Okay, that's the last question. Thank you so much for watching the whole way through. Thank you guys so much for sending your questions, and I can't wait to answer more of your questions in the next episode of Girly Chats with Sapphire. Hope you have an amazing weekend, because it's Friday right now. Hope you have an amazing Thanksgiving, amazing holidays, and hope you stay blessed, stay pretty, stay refining yourself. Don't forget to check out all my links below. How to be a bitch, Sapphire 15 for 15% off. Check out my Patreon, where we're gonna have Pretty Charmed Academy exclusive content, tips, tricks. And also don't forget to actually sign up for my website, prettyandcharmed.com, where I'm going to be holding my classes, my Zoom classes, my mentorship, and my coaching information will be there too. And that's also where I'm going to be selling my oils, my spiritual oils, my Enhance Your Beauty and Attraction oil. But you have to be careful when you get the oil, okay? Promise me that, because it is strong. And be a bitch, okay? Okay. So don't forget to push this video out here. Don't be stingy. Okay, let's push out this information. Comment down below. I love reading your comments. Let me know what you think. Also subscribe. It's free. Join the community. Join the gemstones. We over here, we're ladies. I want to level up spiritually, mentally, physically, mind, body, soul. Okay, see you in the next one.